17th of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Continue on. Hey, good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here. Yeshiva Tzalman Nafshi Yerushalayim Kerev Zorim. That's our second share, Mr. Berura, learning Hilchos Netilas Yadayim, or Chaim Siman Kuf Samech, and Kuf Samech. We are in Sif base. Yeah, we're in the middle of Sif base. Let's repeat the Mechaber. Let's restate the Mechaber, and then we'll pick up with the Mishbrus where we left off. Yeah. Who would like to read? Lou, have a chance today?
Yeah, I'll take a chance. I'll take a turn. Asa b'mayim melacha o shara bahem pito afilu nis kavein lish ros bichli ze v'nafal l'sheni psulim. So he uses water for work.
Right.
He soaks in it bread, even if he intends to use it in the vessel. This that falls the second time is invalid.
Right.
So what's the scenario here?
So there are two. So up till now we have two cases. One, actually three. In general, if water is used in some way for he did some kind of utility, the water was used in some way. Let's say used it to wash dishes, right? Or even maybe even to rinse dishes would be enough. Obviously, if it's soapy water, we'll see about soapy water and all that kind of stuff later on. But he did number one, some kind of work with the water, or he soaked bread in it. Let's say he wanted to make matzah brei, so he's soaking matzah in the water, and they had the leftover water. So you might think you could use that water for your Netilas Yadayim. No, can't use that water. And another case is here. Let's say even in the case where he was intending to soak it in this vessel, and then he decided to put it into another vessel, still it's possible. We'll have to see, what does it mean? What does his intention have to do with anything? We'll have to wait for the Mr. Berura to clarify that.
The second case, what is it referring to when it says bekli in the vessel?
He put the water into a wash basin, and then he transferred it into another vessel to wash his hands with.
So his intention was to use the second vessel to wash his hands?
Yes, it's invalid.
But he can't, because the water is no good.
Right. That's right.
V'im tzinain yayin b'mayim psulim. If he cools off wine with water, that water is invalid. V'im hey diach bahem kelim psulim. What is this word? Hey diach?
If you washed dishes in the water, it's possible.
If he washed dishes in the water, puzzle. The water is puzzle. V'im hayu helim mudachim o chadashim ksherim. But if they were dishes that were cleaned or new, then they're kosher.
The water is kosher.
The water is kosher. If what was done with the water? Nothing. It's a
Yeah,
so
he was rinsing off. He was rinsing off dishes. He didn't wash the dishes in the water, but he just rinsed the clean dishes in the water. Or he put clean, new dishes in the water. That would be okay.
Be'im heat bil bahem hanachmos hageluskim. What is this word heat bil?
If he immersed the
Hanachtom. What's nachtom?
nachtom is a baker, hagluskim. That says kikar lechem. Like let's say he's making water bagels. So he's soaking the dough of the bagels in the water before he's going to bake it or what?
So if you immersed, I'm so lost. What is the word hanachtom?
Baker. Yes, baker.
Baker, like somebody who bakes bread.
That's right.
Okay, so if a baker immersed into a kli, a dough.
Right.
Okay. Psulim. It's invalid. The water's invalid.
Right.
Aval in taval yadav b'mayim v'tach pnei hageluskim. But if he immersed his hands in water, what is this word? Tach?
To baste. Talk is to baste. If he basted the penne glucose, if he basted the surface of the dough.
Okay, so he immersed his hands in the water, and I guess what he splashed the water on top of the dough in the process.
Right.
Oh, shechafan mehem b'chafnayim. What is this word chafam?
I'm not sure. One second. One second. Nope. So I have to check. One second. Okay. Um, I'm not sure. I don't really know. I don't know what this process is. He's doing something with the water. I don't know. He's doing something with the water with his hands, but I'm not sure what it is exactly. Sorry. If I can look it up, I'll try and look it up.
All right, so moving along, Hamayim ha-nish'arim lo na'asa bahem melacha, ulefichach kisherim im lo nishtanu mar-ehem. So the water, what is this word hanish-arim?
The water that remains, meaning he's been putting his hands in and out of the water to baste the dough and other things. So the remaining water,
Which is you have not done work with it,
right?
therefore it's kosher. You can use it to wash.
Right.
If not, you have not. What's nishtanu?
Hasn't changed its color.
If it is not changed its color,
Nishtanu, like manishtana, right? Nishtanu, manishtana. Alayla hazeh.
right. What is different? What is different this night?
Right.
Okay, so the Ramah says Vahu hadin mayim shehi nachtom me diach yadav bahem min habeitzi habatek hadavek biyadav. Okay, so it's the law that water shahanachtom. What is hanachtom?
That's the baker.
Water that the baker and what's mediach?
That the water that the baker washes his hands in.
Washes his hands in from what's a batsek?
That's the dough.
Uh, and what's davek?
That the dough that's stuck. Yeah, the dough that's the water that the baker uses to remove the water that's stuck to his hands.
Okay, so it's the law that the water that the baker washes hands with from the dough that was stuck on his hands. What he's allowed to use that water to wash?
Um, it, from the remark, it's not really indicating which way it's supposed to be going. Is it
Yeah.
supposed to who did? Is it mutter who did? Then it's usher. Yes. Questions, yeah, there's, the Mr. Brewer is gonna bring down a machlokus, which way to go on this, whether it's considered that it's okay or it's considered not to be okay.
Ah,
So,
okay.
so we'll get to the Mr. Brewer. He's going to explain that you have this water which the baker uses to rinse his hands off, right? When his hands gets sticky with flour and dough, right? So he probably has a separate basin. You have to realize that, in earlier times they weren't blessed the way we were blessed, as I've mentioned several times already, with running water and different taps of water here and there and everywhere.
Right.
Right? They water was very valuable, and not only that it was valuable in terms of costing money, but it was also very hard to obtain. They had to draw it from a well or a river or such, and especially if they want clean, drinkable water. So no doubt the bakers in those times, in earlier generations, probably had a separate hand basin which they would use to rinse off their hands constantly during the course of the day that they're baking. Right. So the question is, that water, is that considered that he washing and rinsing his hands off in that water? Is that considered to be doing malacha with that water or not? Um, let's see. Okay. Um, I see our time's gonna run out in a minute. Um, let's see. Above. Look at the look at the first Mr. Sivkat and Vav Malacha.
Sifkat and Vav. Malacha. Dich she'adam oseh b'mayim davar sheyesh lo tzorech. If uh, 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 when a man uses the water for something that he needs, na'asu kishofchim ha'omdim lishficha upesulim linetila. He makes what is this word? Kishofchin.
Shofim are waters which are drain water. They're going to be thrown out. Drain water.
Rainwater.
The drain.
And what is this word? Lish ficha.
That they're oimdim, they're intending to be poured out. Shvika is to pour out.
So he uses drain water.
When a person has done work with water, he's used this water for working in some way, that means these are now considered to be drain water, that they're intending to be thrown out, to be poured out.
Right. So that water, he's not allowed to wash with that water.
Right. The fact that he'd used this water for other than drinking purposes or cooking, whatever. So now the normal procedure is, once you've used that water, you can throw it out, right? Maybe you'd give it to your animals to drink. Maybe use it to water your lawn or whatever, your vegetables. but it's not something which is therefore acceptable for washing your hands. Okay, that's the basic premise operating here. That the work that you do with the water renders it invalid to wash your hands with, because it's water which you're not considering to do anything or drink or use it for any other purpose than what it's been used for. So therefore, that's invalidates the water for washing as well. Okay, very good. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Meantime, have a good day. Thank you both, Lou, and thank you,
Okay.
Mayor.
Thank you.
We'll see you all tomorrow, Mr. Shem. Have a
Bye,
good
Lou,
afternoon.
Lou,
Yes,
Lou, how's your daughter doing?
she's back in the hospital. She had a fever.
Uh,
She's okay. She's feeling okay. We don't know exactly what it means in terms of, whether they're gonna have to postpone the surgery again.
okay. I hear. Okay, well, I have her name for Refuah Shlo.
Thank you. I
Very-
appreciate that very much.
Okay. You're welcome.
Okay, besides before Shleimu.
Amen.
I mean,
Okay. Have a good day. Bye.
okay, bye-bye.